Thank you, Tracy, and welcome everyone. I'm Michelle Kohler, Business Development Manager for Network Investments at Facebook. I'm excited to be here today to share an update about our ongoing work to help close the digital divide in North Carolina. Over the past year, MCNC and Facebook have made key investments to expand high-speed internet into these Western North Carolina communities and have helped create remarkable opportunities to accelerate their broadband-based economies. Partnerships like this one support digital equity and inclusion throughout the state and make high-speed internet and technology services more accessible to everyone. Solving rural broadband issues is complex. We want to give people the power to build community and to bring the world closer together. People need to be connected in order to do that. Through our partnerships, we can accelerate that connectivity. Thank you to MCNC for all of your work to make this project a reality. Now let us take you through a video on digital infrastructure. What is it and why is it important? Followed by a partner video announcement with MCNC showing the impact high-speed internet can have on local communities and residents.
Where does the road go? And how did it even get there? In 1956, the United States government started construction of the interstate highway system, creating a network of highways to connect every corner of the continental U.S. These large, multi-lane expressways connect to county highways, local roads, side streets, and eventually, your front door. We take them for granted, but they completely transformed American life and connected us in ways we never imagined before. The same can be said of the internet. We use it every day, but we don't often think about what it's made of. And chances are, you're using the internet right now. All that data is traveling as pulses of light through a network of fiber optic cables, buried deep below your feet. The physical components that make broadband work all need to be built by somebody. The internet is infrastructure. Today, one of the ways Facebook brings people closer together is by building the fiber optic infrastructure that forms the backbone of the internet. Every time we build a new data center to increase our own capacity, we run a lot of fiber that benefits everyone. If 2020 taught us anything, it's this. Access to broadband internet isn't just a service or merely a luxury. Broadband is your bank, your doctor, your grocery store, your office, your school. It's how we connect to the world and how we let the world inside, which is why Facebook is proud to contribute to building the fiber infrastructure that brings broadband to more places. Building transformational infrastructure has always been critical to America's progress. From the Transcontinental Railroad to the telegraph, the Eisenhower Interstate Highway System, to wiring a dial tone into every household in the U.S., America builds its future. Facebook is honored to be part of that tradition. Alongside many partners, we're helping to build tomorrow's infrastructure today, inch by inch, mile by mile, along highways, railways, and rights-of-way, built into the smart grid and into the fabric of everyday life. Infrastructure is more than a cable in the ground, more than concrete, dirt, sweat, and teamwork. People are wired to connect, and infrastructure connects us all.
The community in North Carolina is extraordinary. We're about 1/2 urban and 1/2 rural. We have agriculture as our largest sector, followed by high-tech, biotech, and financial services. In the western part of the state, we're seeing a growing number of high-tech jobs and manufacturing jobs. And as we start seeing more economic development in these rural areas, it brings out the challenge of how do you connect them? Having the infrastructure keep up with the demands of a growing population is very important.
Partnerships like the one MCNC has with Facebook are vitally important. Having a good internet connection or the access to internet is definitely a fundamental thing. I mean, we should be thinking of it like food, water, kind of a necessity of life. When families in the rural areas don't have access to the internet or stable internet, especially when it comes to healthcare, it a lot of times can mean a delay in care. If they don't have a car to get transportation somewhere or the place they need to get to is very far away, video technology can help there. They can call in, they can get connected to a specialist who can do an evaluation via telemedicine and provide the recommendations that are needed in a very quick and efficient manner. The more patients that gain access to internet, the better. And so if we want to really lift up our rural areas and lift up people across the country, it's really important to decrease that digital divide and really giving people the basic right to the internet.
Every child deserves the highest quality of education, and high-speed internet becomes that kind of conduit, that vehicle that makes it happen. A good internet connection is so important at a STEM school. Part of our mission statement is to advance public education across the state of North Carolina. And the way that we do that is through the distance education and extended programs division. We don't really have a talent issue because we have many talented students. What we have is an opportunity issue. And because of the partnership between MCNC and Facebook, we can confidently go into rural communities, economically distressed communities, knowing that we can set up partnerships to offer their students access to high quality teaching and learning.
The collaboration with Facebook and MCNC is an example of how we can cast a wider net, provide far more opportunities that will have positive implications in business, for job creation, for education, for healthcare, and it creates endless opportunities going forward.
Thank you again for joining us today as we introduced you to our partnership with MCNC and the benefits of our work together in North Carolina. It's exciting to think about the impact this level of connectivity will bring to the community. At Facebook, we build infrastructure that brings everyone closer together, and we partner with others to enable them to bring broadband connectivity to areas that need it most. We're really looking forward to seeing you at the next Network Moments.